are the ones that really freak me the fuck out, okay, is Mall World. We've all heard of it. We've all heard of Mall World. We've all heard of it, and it's freaking me the fuck out because what do you mean? What do you mean Mall World? And why have we all been there? What do you mean? I'm freaking out, y'all. My dreams have been so creepy, and then I find out Mall World is a thing, and now I'm even more scared because what do you mean? We've all been to the creepy fucking bathrooms with endless stalls, and it's the most disgusting shit you've ever been in. Literally, I was just there like a week ago, and for some reason, I think there was like a shooting, okay? And I'm hiding in one of these dungy ass fucking bathrooms, and I'm literally just standing on piss and shit covered toilet paper, and I'm like standing up on one of these fucking stalls, but there's no door to the stall. There's just this dingy ass curtain. And then like a week later, not even a week later, I go on TikTok and there's an AI generated photo of like, oh, this is what my dream looked like last night. Same fucking bathroom. Same fucking bathroom, same carpets, everything. Everything. I'm freaking out, y'all. Freaking out. The roller coaster road. That's the only way I can get anywhere in my dreams is if I go down this creepy ass roller coaster road. That I literally, like, I feel my body dropping just to get to the local Kmart. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? And then, hold on, I need a sip. I'm stressed. And then, last night, 2 nights ago, I don't know. I go to, in real life, okay, in the real world, I go to 7-Eleven every single morning to grab my C4s, okay? In my dream, last night or the night before, I am in a 7-Eleven. It's not the 7-Eleven I go to every day, but a different one like down the road that I have been to a couple times. So it's like a real 7-Eleven. I'm in there, I'm talking to the cashier about how weird my dreams are. Mind you, never have I seen this cashier in my life. And they say that dreams, you only dream about people that you've seen in your real life. I have never met this man, okay? Maybe he was passing and for some reason my brain memorized his face, but I don't know this man. I don't know him. And he's talking to me, and I'm talking to him, and I'm telling him, like, like, I hate my dreams. Like, I'm just constantly, why am I here right now? Like, why am I here in 7-Eleven? And he looks at me, he's like, yeah, at least you get to wake up. I said, what? He said, yeah, I'm stuck here. This is my life. He basically told me that he's stuck there. That he is the 7-Eleven cashier for all dreams. And then he, like, brought up the I don't know, like old school when you would put in your card and like you'd have to type in your number or whatever, one of those, but it was so clunky. And I like remember this from when I was a kid. I feel like it was like the old school keypad device, and he like shoved it in my face. He's like, look, he's like, next time you go to 7-Eleven, look for one of these, I bet you'll see it. And I haven't because I'm scared. What do you mean? Why are you talking to me like that? This is a dream. Why are you talking to me like that? Why are you telling me you're stuck in this dream? Why do I remember? I hate this. I'm scared.
Really weird Mall World update. For the record, this is not a satirical post. I'm dead ass. My boyfriend does not dream, or he just doesn't remember his dreams, but there are certain things that make it so you don't really go into REM sleep or dream. We've discussed this at length many times, so I don't even bother asking like about dreams, right? Now, in Mall World dreams, it's never anyone I know personally, unless it's someone who's passed away. Occasionally, my mom will be there, and she also has Mall World dreams. She's alive. But normally, I am unaware of my life outside of like my waking life. When I'm in a Mall World dream, I only know about like the memories I have contained within Mall World, unless I run into someone I know. Last night, I had a dream. It was one of the most intense Mall World dreams I've had. I was at a mall with my boyfriend. We were going to the movies. I don't know what the heck happened, but we ended up in some like back hallway area. Not the scary hallways, but like some just like regular back hallways. And there's a room to the right, and I look in it, and it's one of the bathrooms. It's not the gross one, but it's like the infinite bathroom. And I immediately like panic. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, we have to get out of here. And he was like, what? I was like, we have to go. And he's like, why? And I remember feeling terrible in the dream because I'm like, oh my God, like, no, I don't, like, this is no, not the bad place. So I'm trying to like get him out, and I'm like running in the other direction, and like he's with me for a while, and then I turn back and look, and he's gone. And then I go back, and he's just like looking into the bathroom and stuff, and like walking down this hallway, and I'm like, dude, come on, we gotta get the fuck out of here. And he's like, whoa, he's like looking in the bathroom, he's like, this is crazy, is this the Mall World place you're talking? Like, he's fully aware of the dream of like Mall World is. He's like, this is crazy looking, that's a lot of toilets, you know what I mean? He's like fascinated, and I'm like, we need to leave. Like, I'm freaking out, because I woke up in a cold sweat, panicked, right? And it was like the last dream I had right before I woke up. So me and him wake up at like the same time this morning. First thing out of my mouth, which again, I know he doesn't dream, first thing out of my mouth was, you have any weird dreams last night? And he was like, actually, yeah, I did have a dream last night. We were at a mall. He's like, I don't remember much, but I was just in some like long hallway. It was like a long hallway. He's like, I don't really remember anything, but I remember just this long like white hallway, back hallway, and I'm like in the mall or something. And he was like, why? Because like, you know, obviously he thought it was strange that I was asking him if he had any weird dreams, because I know he doesn't dream. And I was like, dude, before I told him like my dream, I was like, so like, what do you remember? Do you remember feeling anything? He's like, yeah, I just remember feeling like really curious. Like, I'm really like looking around like this place, like I've never been to a place like this before. It's like really like I was like fascinated. Like I just like wanted to like keep looking around, and I was just like, you know, like kind of like excited about it. Which is exactly how he fucking was in the dream, where I was like, dude, let's get the fuck out of here. Because I was like, in my dream, when I realized we were in Mall World, you were like, oh my god, wait, I want to look around. This is the place you're talking about. This is weird as fuck. Like, truly. At one point in the dream, he's like, no, I need to call my parents and like FaceTime them and show them. I'm like, do not call anyone you know. Do not invite more people here. Dude, I was like crying. I was so upset. I felt terrible. I'm like, no, please, we really need to get out of here, because we were not in the bad part. It was this one. I'm fucking spooked. He thinks it's cool. He's like, do you think I was astral projecting? I'm like, bro,
Unsettling Mall World locations nobody talks about.
Have you ever dreamt about a mall that just doesn't exist? Because apparently on this app, there's a bunch of people coming forward saying that they have all had the same dream of being at the same mall, but none of them are connected. And I'm not just talking about a couple people, I'm talking about thousands of people are all dreaming of being in this mall that doesn't exist. They're now calling it Mall World, and each person describes the same specific layout of the mall. They all say that this mall is filled with endless escalators. It has a bunch of stores that no one can like recognize. It has like soft yellow lighting, and that the food court smells like popcorn. Like, everyone agrees that this is the place that they have all been to. What's even weirder is that when they have tried to find this mall in real life, it doesn't exist. So some people are really starting to believe that this is like a real place. It's just not here. It's in a different dimension. Psychologists are trying to explain it away as it just being like a mashup of all of the different malls that we have been to, but it still makes no sense that every single person is having the same dream of the same exact mall. Like, that makes no sense. I'm a lucid dreamer. I'm able to control my dreams. So tonight, when I go to bed, I'm gonna make myself go into this mall, and I'll let you guys know if it works. But like, have you ever been to this mall? Like, have you dreamt about this mall? Like, I need answers.
Mall World? I have been having Mall World dreams for years, but mine is not like what I see so many videos about. Everyone's videos is talking about this happy place where they're going, and some people see people, some people don't see anybody, some people are alone, but everyone has the trend of it's like just a regular world. Mine is not. Mine is apocalyptic. It's scary, it's dark, there's screaming, explosion, and it is the only dream that I have been able to wake up and remember for at least the last 5 years. My version, I am in a building. I have always thought of it, like when I talk to my friends and family about it, I call it the resort, because it's just a giant building with a whole bunch of rooms, a whole bunch of doors everywhere, and everyone's running around scared. We're all like trying to form alliances type thing. Like, we're all looking for our families. We're all trying to get out. We're all scared, and we're all running from some people are hiding in the rooms, some people are there's animals in it. I remember there being dogs with some people. I remember at one point I was looking for my dogs. I was looking for I'm always looking for my family. Like sometimes I'm carrying a baby. I have 3 small kids. Sometimes I'm carrying a baby, sometimes I'm not. But every single time I'm scared. And now I saw a video that someone was saying how it's a trap. And it's something that's like a system, a programming that's holding us back from something else. And another woman said that she astral projected to this place and tried to open up the door because she heard screaming coming from inside of the building and she couldn't open the door. She got pulled back. And now I'm wondering, am I in that fucking room? Am I behind that door with all these other people? Because my world is scary. I've seen the bathroom everyone talks about. I've seen the amusement park, but it's always in the distance. I can't get there. It's through... I'm normally on a balcony, and there's some people that are jumping off the balcony to try to get out. We're all opening different doors, trying to find a door that leads to the outside. I'm normally running on a balcony, and I'm trying to find my way out, like everybody else. But off in the distance, I can see all these different places that are in this mall world that everyone keeps talking about. No matter how hard I try, I can't ever seem to find anyone in my family. I don't know anybody in this world. Nobody. I don't recognize anybody. There's nobody familiar. It's all complete strangers. And I can see their full face. They're all scared. We're literally talking to each other about that we don't know where we are or what we're doing, and we're all looking for our families. So with that video of the woman that said it's like we're in a trap program type thing, now I'm wondering if that's why I can't find any of my friends and family. Is it because I'm at the break of a different realm, like astral awakening, and since they're not awakened yet, they're not there, I'm not able to find them in this world yet? Is this a world where people get trapped once they start getting closer? The reason I say that is because I've always studied all of those otherworldly type of things. And I've done a lot of inner work, a lot of awakening, a lot of spiritual work. I've been doing it for years. For probably around the last 5 to 6 years, I've really dove into it deep. And that's when these dreams started happening. My entire life, I've always been able to remember my dreams. I've always been able to control my dreams. But within the last 5 years, it's now been stopped. I don't remember anything else besides this small world dream. And I don't dream of Mall World every single night. It's random. It's but the dreams, the nights that I don't dream of Mall World, I don't remember anything. If you ask me, I don't dream. And I've chalked it up to me having babies because throughout the night I'm waking up for the babies, so my sleep is very broken up. But now I'm wondering if it's a little bit deeper than that. So I need to hear from other people that have been to my version of Mall World. Are you or have you been on a spiritual path? And I don't mean a spiritual path with, no, not even gonna say anything. Have you been on a spiritual path of any kind at all? Because I'm starting to think there's some kind of connection with this mall world and holding us back from the next level of our spiritual path.
Anybody else getting like aliens in Mall World now? Alien demon creatures, kind of look like Dementors. They're like 20 feet tall, walking around the city. I can see them out the windows. They're trying to scare us, but like for me personally, it's just very inconvenient. And I'm like, these guys, can you not? Can you not? Can you just not? Anybody else getting that? Because that's very recent for me. I don't love it. I don't love it. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I don't love it. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's happening. I feel very protected. I don't feel afraid to talk about this, but I do feel apprehensive for some reason. I don't feel afraid to talk about it like as if something bad's gonna happen to me if I do talk about it. I feel as if I can't talk about it without being very careful about what I say because I don't want anything bad to happen to you, bro. I love you guys. I'm not trying to lead you down a wrong path or teach you something that isn't the truth or anything like that. I'm still discovering myself. I'm trying to figure this out every day. I don't know what's going on here. But I'm not afraid because I have Jesus Christ. I have my love of myself. We are protected. You're not in danger. You're okay. You're safe. I promise you, you're safe. But if you go down the wrong path, maybe not so much. Beware of the 20 feet Dementors? Is that what I'm supposed to tell you guys? I don't know. I'm sorry it's like this. I don't know why.
I dream of Mall World every night, and I made a map. Let me show you guys. Okay, so this is...
So, I feel like I'm gonna throw up. This girl's done a map of what she calls Mall World. It's this, like, island that she goes to in her dreams, and as she's walking us around it, I'm like, that's the same island I go to every night. And then I go to the comment section, and a bunch of us go to this fucking island every night. The freaky bit that stood out to me first of all was people talking about the infinite bathroom stalls, but the doors are like too high up and they're too low down and you don't get any privacy and they're all broken and there's no toilet paper and this anxiety of, and this, it's like this liminal floor to ceiling tiled endless toilet room. There's also this like, there's loads of different types of malls, but there's like one that's almost like the inside of a cruise ship, and there's just layers and layers and layers, and like the top floors, the top balconies up there aren't used, and I'll go through like the service tunnels at the back and get lost in all these like stairways at the back of this mall. There's the fairground. We all go to the fairground, don't we? And some of the rides aren't working, and it's that really scary roller coaster which everyone seems to really enjoy, and I hate it. I don't know why I go on it. It's the worst. Has anybody seen the train that goes around the edge? It goes around the edge of the city, and it kind of like threads through the skyscrapers at the edge of the city. Has anyone been on that train? I think I've seen it, but I don't know if I've been on it. And at the far end of the island, it's almost like the Florida Keys almost. There's like this weird sort of peninsula that comes out, and there's all these beachy coves, and it's like a little Mediterranean, I don't know, like a cross between Florida and the Mediterranean. It's almost like this little set of keys, this holiday place. Anyone been there? On the island there was, I only went there a couple of times because it frightened the life out of me. It's up on the side of a hill. There's this big wooded hill, and set into the trees is what looks like an old power station, and I went in there a couple of times. Bearing in mind I'm talking about this dream place, and there were these huge concrete cylindrical pits that just went down forever, and it would have been really easy to fall in them, and that's why I've not been back, because that place frighten the life out of me. I go to this place all the time. I go to these same places all the time. Are we all going to the same place? Do any of the places I've described resonate with you? This is, I feel nauseous. This is so weird.
What if I told you I cracked the code on Mall World? What if I told you that the government has a cerebral technology that transport your consciousness into this alternate reality that is fed energetically and projected based on your personal fears? Yes, follow me. I know it's hard to process, it might be complex, but I'm about to break it down for you. So, we already know that they've been putting it in front of our face with the X-Men. I already showed you a clip, but I can cut you to another one. Let's go to the clip. Yeah. Yeah. How they can track your consciousness, pinpoint exactly where you are, exactly what you're doing. Okay, so we already have CERN admitting that they also have portals to the fifth dimension. Okay? And they have this technology when you're in that REM state of sleep, REM, rapid eye movement, state of sleep, when your consciousness is easier to transport, which is how cloning is done. Okay? They get you when you're in sleep, in dead sleep night, and then they transport your consciousness into another being. Okay, but this is technology, the cloning technology they've had since the 1800s, when you had Cabbage Patch Kids and orphans and all of these people that were being shipped to the Great Americas in boats. When you look up the pictures, okay, don't none of them look like us. Okay, but follow me. Back to where we were. So with CERN having these portals, they are able to curate with these reality bending technologies. And it's curated based on your own personal fears. You know what I'm saying? Like how Freddy Krueger is able to hop into your dream, transport it, and able to scare you in a way that is personalized to you based onto your fears. It is the same way in this reality construct that you help build and create. You get what I'm saying? Because we all pretty much have the same shared fears and experiences through programming, TVs, movies, things of that nature, and collective consciousness. So your fears feed the atomic energetic system that is harnessing your fear, that is curating the world that you are experiencing in the mall world, that all kids coincidentally that was in the Stargate program are experiencing. The swans, the same ones that had you drinking straight fluoride, doing testing on your energetic spiritual abilities and locking them up and then trapping you in fear, and everybody else was in on it. Family, friends, teachers, them all. Yes.
The mall world may seem like a harmless nostalgia-based dreamscape, with many coincidental similarities shared across thousands of personal experiences. But some having these dreams more frequently are reporting intense feelings of longing and homesickness for said astral realm. The world within becomes increasingly vibrant, more relevant than their daily lives. Searching for answers to the meaning behind these dreams often leads seekers down endless rabbit holes of esoteric wisdom, philosophy, and theoretical physics, potentially triggering spiritual awakenings or personal revelations that, without utilizing proper guidance and discernment, can easily create an internal imbalance, spiraling the individual into delusions of grandeur, or even worse, spiritual psychosis.
People describe dreaming about the same kind of place over and over again. A massive endless shopping mall, stores that don't make sense, escalators that lead to nowhere, hidden hallways behind walls. It feels familiar, like they've been there before, even though they know they haven't. When people describe Mall World, they often mention the same details. Food courts that don't exist, stores with no names, layouts that change every time, rooms that feel like you're not supposed to enter. It's like everyone is building the same place in their mind without realizing it. Almost like the back rooms. If you somehow slip out of reality, you end up there. A place that goes on forever, empty but not completely. It reminds me of old core memories, how they say you can go back to a place from your past, but the people you knew won't be there. You're just left with this empty loneliness in a place that isn't quite the same as you once remembered. Our brains are built to recognize patterns, and we all experience similar environments in real life. So when we dream, those environments can blend together into something new. However, the feeling, that sense that you've been there before, is harder to explain. Once people started sharing these experiences, others began recognizing them too. Then suddenly something that felt so personal started to feel shared. The backrooms grew from a single image to an entire universe. Mall World went from a random dream to something people talk about like it's a real location. Have you ever visited Mall World?
This is probably going to be the weirdest TikTok I have ever made, and I actually don't know if I should post this because I've never really made a video like this before. Yeah. So, if you know what Mall World is, you know where I might be going with this. If you don't know what Mall World is, there is a creator named Tara, who I will tag in the caption, who basically has a recurring dream where she goes every night to this world, Mall World, and it's like this whole entire almost city like of a place, and she started to draw a map of it. I feel like I'm gonna sound crazy. So she draws this map of it, and all the comments are like, I've been there, I dream there. And people start describing the same things, and everybody's saying they go there, and they're talking about the similar experiences they have in different parts of Mall World. I've been to Mall World. And what's crazy is I have proof, time-stamped proof, that I've been there. And I've been nervous in this last week of going down this stupid little TikTok rabbit hole about addressing it, because I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I am not, like, I'm a really pragmatic person. Like, I'm spiritual. I do believe in that kind of things, but I like things that are like rooted in like science and stuff like that. But this has literally been tripping me out, and I finally today decided to go through my notes. So a bit about me, I have always been an extremely vivid dreamer. I lucid dream quite a bit. If you don't know what that means, it basically means that you are aware that you're dreaming when you're dreaming, and you can control what you're doing in your dreams. I do that often. I remember my dreams. I've always, like, when I was a kid, dreaming was so fun. I hated waking up. Like, I was having the time of my life in my dreams. So I'm gonna post some screenshots so you guys can see the notes. But in the last year, have had 3 dreams that were so jarring and so realistic that when I woke up, I opened up my notes app and hit the dictation button and just said what I dreamed, because they were so vivid. 2 out of those 3 dreams I believe were in Mall World, because it's kind of what I described. So you guys can pause to read these, but this is, I literally on September 22nd last year, I titled it Dream Different Place, because I had this feeling when I woke up that it was like I went to a totally different place. It was not like a dream. It felt like I physically went somewhere. So I'm gonna get out of here so you can kind of screenshot. Here's more. And here's my last little part of the note. So you can see in the first note, I literally am saying, I remember I was in a mall with a couple other people, and it felt so real, and I was aware that I wasn't where I thought I should be. And I was like testing things because it felt so real. And I was shopping, and it was like, I remember this, like, and I wrote this down in September, but it gets crazier. August, I had a dream. This is the second one and I wrote down Plastic Balloon World Dream. I feel crazy, oh my God. This dream was way creepier, okay? Way creepier. I'm just showing these up for a second so people can pause and read if you're interested. So now what was crazy about that dream was it was really creepy and weird. And I had the same feeling I did in the first Small World dream, where I woke up so disoriented. I woke up confused if I was still awake. It was a really strange dream. It was a really weird place. So, I'm sorry, I know this is getting long. So I went to Tara, the creator who started this conversation's page, and she has made her drawing available for like high definition download for like $3. So I got it because I was like, I need to see, like, uninterrupted, not trying to pause the screen in the middle of a TikTok, to see what this world she drew really is. So I don't want to like give it all away, because I think you should go support her and buy it if you want it. But there are places in here that describe where the hell I was. And one of the ones over here is like this area of like rolling hills, and there's areas of like weird animals and things like that. And then there's areas that are describing, like the first one I had where I was just like shopping. And if you stayed this long, thank you. It's about to get a little stranger. So I want to test something, because there is a part of that map that describes a recurring dream I had when I was a child. I remember this place I would go. And the area in her map, she has a carnival. And while I don't have written proof of it, I have told people in my life about this dream. There are people in my life that know about the story of me having recurring dreams of being at a carnival when I was a kid. And I don't know if anyone else has been to this part of Mall World. I sound fucking crazy. If you've been there, can someone else describe how it was to them? I'm writing a note right now that I will have time stamped before posting this, okay? So I will capture what I remember now of those dreams I had when I was a kid. And I think it's the carnival that's there. I've also seen in people's comments who are probably that are older than me, saying they remember going to parts of this and it feels like it keeps expanding as it gets older, and they're describing like 80s and 90s versions of these places. And I am 42 and I had these dreams when I was like, I remember I was like 4 or 5 years old and I was running around this carnival, and I would be upset. I didn't want to wake up. My mom will tell you I was the worst to wake up. I didn't want to get up because I was having the time of my life running around this freaking carnival in my dreams. But there were certain things that I'm not going to say that were really distinct about the carnival. Now, in her map, she has an amusement park area and she has a carnival area. I am talking about the carnival. So if you are someone, if you made it this far, you are somebody who ever visited that carnival, could you describe it? Because there were certain really distinct things about it. And I'm going to write down a note. I'm going to timestamp it. I'll have it saved. And if anyone else has the same experience as me, I'm going to be floored and crazy. But all I know is that there are thousands of people on this app, a whole population of people that are describing going to the same place and having the same experience. There are also other things that I'm not mentioning from more personal dreams that I have found in this map, that other dreams I've written down. I don't write down every dream, but I have ones that are obviously so realistic and jarring that I felt the need to write them down. So anyway, now I'm rambling. But if you are somebody who has been to Carnival at Mall World, because who are we? What is this? I feel nuts. I feel this might be the craziest thing I've ever posted online. If you know me in real life, please don't think I'm nuts. You know I'm a little nuts, but like I'm not like crazy. Yeah. Anyway. Okay.